Welcome to
Learning to Learn module. Grammar.
From Group 1.
Okay, this is our member. Winson, Dhaayaaliny, Shazwina, Maechea, myself, Nurrul, Aqilah, and one Muhammad Suhairi. Okay, why do learners need a learning to learn strategy? Okay, because language learning strategy is a conscious process that can help to improve learning. It also helps to improve memory and information used by the learners. Therefore, the learners can have their autonomous learning, which is also known as independent learning. Okay, this module will follow 6 steps of Aqilah model. Okay, the first step is preparation, where teacher identifies learner current language learning strategy for familiar tasks such as activating their schemata. The second step is presentation. Teacher will introduce models and explain the strategy, then ask learners how they apply them, such as inferencing and self-monitoring. The third step is practice, where learner constantly will rehearse the new strategy on independent mode, and the teacher can plan to develop an oral or written report. The fourth step is evaluation, where after the practice phase, learner will immediately evaluate their own strategy to determine the effectiveness of their own learning. The fifth stage is expansion activities, where learner will transfer their strategy to new tasks and develop a repertoire of favorable strategies and integrate them into their existing knowledge frameworks. The last step is assessment, where teacher will assess learners' use of strategy and impact on performance.
Now, let's go to our Learning to Learn module. So, our first strategy is called the Let's Pop-Up. Now, what is a pop-up formula? It is actually an acronym of noun categories. It is a formula lyrics to help students memorize the 5 noun categories, and it is very suitable for young learners from Standard 1 to Standard 6. And as you can see here, P is for a person, A is for animal, the next P is for plants, O is for objects, and the last P is for place. And these are the strategy classifications.
The strategies used in this strategy is, first, cognitive. Students rehearse the formula where they can practice with their friends in the classroom. Next is memory strategies, where they can make a repetition made by the singing of the song. Students can create mental connection to the nouns that they learn. Next, the last one is affective. Students can use lyrics and rhythm through the strategy. It is an effective way for them to learn.
Now, on the left-hand side is our sample of the Let's Pop-Up lyrics. And now I'm going to play the demo on how to conduct this with your students. To be noted, this is conducted through an online platform, so it is very versatile.
Oh, okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's pop up.
This the pop. This is the pop. This is it. Okay, got it. And animal. Like a camel. Next piece is blind. Blind. It's blind. Oh, for God. Yoga. My God. Next piece. A place. That home. Or this. We've got pop up. Now, just up.
So that is one example on how to conduct this with your classroom. And you can also use some other instruments to make it fun and also engaging with the students. And at the same time, it will lower your learners' anxiety towards learning nouns. So this is some of the suggested steps in using pop-up. So firstly, teacher has to introduce and expose what is PAPOP to the students. And once the students have known what PAPOP is, now you can use the formula and lyrics and rhythm and introduce them to your students. The second step is students have to practice the pop-up formula lyrics, and you can do this together in the classroom or through online platform. Thirdly, students should attend a reading worksheet or any kind of skill worksheet of your intended lesson and use the pop-up formula to find the nouns. Fourthly, students use the formula to categorize the identified nouns into required pop-up categories. And lastly, students can evaluate the pop-up strategy, and at the same time, teachers can evaluate students' learning product. So this is an example for a Year 5 reading activity, and this focuses on the topic City on the Sea. As you can see, students are supposed to highlight at least 10 nouns that they can identify using the pop-up formula from this reading text. And after that, students are supposed to categorize the identified noun into these 4 pop-up categories. And as you go, you can fit what kind of category based on what kind of reading text or what kind of materials that you are using with your students. And lastly, after you have done that, you can ask your students to self-evaluate on how do they think the pop-up strategy is towards their learning. As you can see here, there are 3 categories provided here. It's pop-up strategy makes learning nouns fun. Pop-up strategy makes identifying nouns easier, and pop-up strategy makes completing English tasks faster. So it depends on their view to evaluate whether it's a yes or a no. Moving on to the variation of the strategy.
The variation of the strategy is the first one. It can be applied throughout the lifetime learning. First, it can help other teachers who want to conduct this activity in the classroom, and also can be used to all students in all ages. Second one, it can be adopted to relevant preferred rhythm. And last one, the lyrics can be modified by learners to suit their preference of nouns being used. It can depend on their creativity, and it will build a creative community of the learners.
All right, moving on to the second strategy, OSSCOM right. So what does the formula stand for? Basically, OSSCOM is an acronym of the adjectives order. Each letter represents the categories of adjectives in the correct order. As you can see here, O stands for opinion, S stands for size, A stands for age, the second S stands for shape, followed by C, color, the second O stands for origin, M, material, and lastly, P, purpose. Moving on, these are the strategic classifications that were used in OSSCOM. So basically, OSSCOM allows students to learn the order of adjectives with their peers in a non-threatening environment. Next. Okay, as you can see here, we have the lyrics and also the demo of the rap that we have done for OSSCOM. So I would like you to listen to the rap that we have created.
Yeah, let's try the OSSCOM for adjective form of water. Rap like super bomb. Now let's try the OSSCOM for adjective form of water. Rap like super bomb. I got the O for opinion, beautiful and cheap. S is for size, they're a big long fat. A is for age, like on new young. Comes another S that is for shape like square. Well, I really want to learn OSSCOM. I wanna learn OSSCOM. I really want to learn OSSCOM. I wanna learn OSSCOM. C is for the color, B are green and yellow. O is for origin like Japan and Malaysia. M is material, pepper, cotton, leather. P is for purpose, just like fishing and tennis. I really wanna learn OSSCOM. I wanna learn OSSCOM. I really want to learn OSSCOM. I wanna learn OSSCOM.
All right, exciting, right? So you can bring out that little rapper in you and rap to our OSSCOM song. Next, these are the suggested steps in using OSSCOM. So the teacher can start off by introducing and exposing OSSCOM formula, lyrics and rhythm to the students. And students can practice the OSSCOM formula by following the Old Town Road rhythm and beat. Students will attend to the tasks and apply OSSCOM strategy accordingly. They will be using the strategy to arrange adjectives into the correct order, followed by evaluating the strategy and assessing the teacher. The teacher will be assessing the student's final product. So this is the sample of task 1, which is classifying. So students need to place the given adjectives in the correct category. The next one is evaluating and reordering the adjectives. The students have to reorder the given adjectives in the correct order using OSSCOM. And towards the end, the students can evaluate the strategy by stating whether they liked it or they did not like it.
So moving on, we have the variation of this OSSCOM strategy, which is first, it can be applied across the 4 language domains, namely listening, speaking, reading, and writing. The examples in the revised lyrics can also be replaced accordingly. And also, this strategy has endless possibilities to change the examples given for each category of adjectives to cater to different language proficiency levels among the learners.
Okay, the third strategy is sings the singular and plural. Okay, this strategy is about learning singular and plural nouns based using a song. It will help students to remember when to use S, ES, and IES in nouns. Okay, strategy classification for this strategy is memory, where student need to rehearse. Okay, cognitive, memory, where student need to review. Cognitive, where student need to rehearse. Composition, where student will guess intelligently. And affective, where the student can lower the anxiety using the music. Okay, this is the lyric, and you can scan the barcode to listen to the song.
Let's learn about the nouns. We have singular and plural ones. One thing is called singular, more than that is called plural. Let's learn the nouns, so many ways to learn them. Let's learn the nouns, so many ways to learn them. Singular nouns without S, ES and also IES. Plural nouns you add an S, sub ES and IES. Let's learn the nouns, so many ways to learn them. Let's learn the nouns, so many ways ways to learn them. E-F words that have the ending of O-S-X. C-H and then S-H. It's like the word boss to bosses. Let's learn the nouns. So many ways to learn them. Let's learn the nouns. So many ways to learn them. Sometimes you have to change the Y with I-E-S. But before Y stands an N. It's like berry to berries. Let's learn the nouns. So many ways to learn them. Let's learn the nouns. So many ways. So many ways to learn them. Next is suggested steps in using the strategy. Number one, teacher introduces the singular and plural song. And the lyric will be showed to students whether in face-to-face or online class. Pupils sing the song together. Pupils study the singular and plural in the song. Pupils look for singular and plural nouns in the song. Pupils categorize the word according to the correct category. And pupils solve the crossword puzzle given. Okay, this is the handout where the students need to categorize the singular and plural nouns. So teachers can give the students a list of plural and singular nouns so that the students can categorize. And then this is the crossword puzzle where the given word is in singular and they have to fill in the crossword puzzle with the plural form of the words. And this is the evaluation form. And the variation of the strategy is it can be applied throughout lifetime learning. Lyrics can be changed with new words according to the learners and lessons aim. For example, boss to bosses, you can change to another word. And the strategy can be exploited with various language learning tasks throughout the 4 language skills.
So in a nutshell, teachers should be vivacious as active participation is the antecedent to effective learning and assist learners to learn how to learn effectively by using relevant learning strategies. Also, the learners can identify the most suitable strategy that aptly suits them in the language learning, particularly in the second language acquisition like English. That's all from us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.